Okay guys, now we are going to discuss the text which is on page 38 and it's titled by The Biggest Scrapyard in the Solar System. Reading this title, do you think that there's a real scrapyard in the solar system, in the space? The answer is yes, there is. How? Let's see. Do you think that scrap or rubbish is a problem on Earth? Well, it's also a problem in the sky. On a clear night, look up into the sky. What will you see? You'll see the moon, the stars, and the satellites. Although you won't see it, you will also be looking at the largest scrapyard in the solar system. According to this paragraph, looking at the sky at the night make us able to see the moons and the stars, which is something normal. But also we are be looking at the scrap or the scraps around the earth. And of course we won't be able to see it because it's outside Earth. It's in the space. But how is that possible? How does the scrap circle the earth? Let's see. Look at this picture on the left. There are tens of millions of pieces of rubbish. Scientists call this orbital debris. As I told you in the previous video, orbital debris is going to be the main idea we are going to discuss in this text. So, orbital debris mean millions of pieces of rubbish and which circle or circling the earth. Tamam? So, can you see these little shiny spots around the earth? Those are rubbish and those are scrap. How did these scrap circle the earth? Let's see. You will find the most unusual things floating around the earth. A camera, a screwdriver, and even a glove. So, in this orbital debris, there are a lot of unusual things floating. حكينا يطوف, okay, أو يطفو, يعني in the space around Earth, such as cameras, screwdrivers, and maybe gloves. How is that possible? How can these things be on space? Most of this rubbish comes from satellites and rockets that stopped working and fell apart. This orbital debris would weigh 5 million kilograms on Earth. Okay, so this paragraph explains how does this rubbish float around the Earth. They came from the satellites and rockets, which people send them to the space, but suddenly they stopped working and fell apart. Fell apart means broke. Okay, so if I asked you, how does this rubbish circle the earth, or from where did they came or did they come? The answer is from satellites and rockets that stopped working and fell apart. This scrapyard could cause serious problems. In August 2008, when a space shuttle returned to Earth, it had a small but dangerous holes in it made by pieces of space debris. Okay, so as we can see, this orbital debris can be really dangerous for the spaceships and the space shuttle that travel into space. How's that? As we see, in this orbital debris, there are a lot of unusual things. So, in 2008, one of these space debris caused a serious, dangerous hole in the space shuttle. How is that? When the shuttle returned to Earth, they discovered that it contains or it had dangerous holes made by pieces of the space debris. So, here we can see that this orbital debris, it's not only polluting the space, but it can be really dangerous for the spaceships and the space shuttle which travels to space. So let's start thinking of ways to tidy space.